Are you a book lover or enthusiast? Do you need genuine and unique lifestyle products? Or are you looking for a place where you can find contemporary and a wide range of unique gifts for children and adults? Laterna is your go-to place for genuine and contemporary books and lifestyle products for wholesale and retail customers. We stock business books on management, leadership, financial success, entrepreneurship, personal development, and so much more. We carry children's fiction, non-fiction, educational books, CDs, and DVDs. We also stock Christian books on various themes such as family life and parenting, church life and growth, spirit-filled living, love, sex, and marriage, to mention but a few. Laterna carries life and style books such as baby and child care, beauty and style, conception and pregnancy, crafts, and hobbies. We also carry adult, children, and teenagers' Bibles, educational toys, framed art, gifts, greeting cards, home and office fragrances, music CDs and DVDs, stationery, teachings, and lots more. Our stores are located at plot 1611 Adiola Hopewell Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Online at www.laternabooks.ng. Laterna, your lifestyle hub for book lovers. For inquiries, call 0803 301 4462, 0809 525 3223, 0809 525 3484, or 0809 525 3485. Chat with us via WhatsApp on 0810 023 4441. You may also reach us on social media via Twitter at Laterna Books, Instagram at Laterna Books, and Facebook at Laterna Ventures.
Our aim is to continually encourage the culture of reading among adults, considering the impact that books make. Just this morning, I got a write-up. Actually, the CEO of Laterna, Pastor Morgan, why reading books? What should be part of our life? One, knowledge, close the knowledge gap. It will help our memory, boost our memory, enhance our vocabulary. If the stress reduction, it will help you to reduce stress. It will improve your focus and concentration, empathy, perspective. And what I find out is autobiographies and biographies help you to learn lessons so you don't make mistakes. It also enhances creativity, right?
How can I come up from now? I want to make a call.
Somewhere that you haven't been before, you travel to a place. It's a lifelong learning. And it's also a conversation. In the last few years, I would say Laterna has been involved in about 55 books, over 55 books. I'd like Oscar to display the pictures of those that have done book reviews for us. Mona Adetayo, 4 Disciplines of Leadership. Mr. Gbenga Folayan, What Every Man Wants in a Woman, What Every Man Wants in a Man. So that's on marriage. Dr. Abraham, she did Eat This and Lead, with the book on healing, and also healthy lifestyle. Dr. Usain Udo, who is with Dangote, he did the dichotomy of leadership. Mrs. Unko Gapu, 5 love languages of children on parenting. Lamide Balo, she is a trainer. He did on the Daniel plan about health and diet. Nike Ogulesi, who we know, she's the CEO of Rock and Tumble. And one of her burdens was Teamwork 101. That has helped her. That was her weakness to strength. Nana Odeja is a purpose-driven life, a Christian book, a Christian living. Fadeke Adepetu is a book in our store for someone who had gone through about 10 challenges in her health, and little by little, God was able to make her. So the power of divine healing, little by little. Dr. K. Enelema, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, Chola Polalade, How Successful People Lead. And that's the John Maxwell book on leadership. Udo Okonjo, she the tools of Titan. African farmer Mogaji, we're talking now about food security, and food is expensive. Farming by
That's all.
regulation. Nike Aladesi, Hallelujah Diet by George Market. Femi Edu,
I think I need something to say.
October.
I think I need something. Here's the part.
Oyemade,
You need to speak it to me.
and that was about
I have to bring that to that way. You know what that girl is doing there? Put that through, please.
Why family? Attitude 101 by Oduayo Soya. Current head of MTN Foundation. How unbook was on Attitude 101 from Maxwell book. You and the Zacchaeus, God's waiting 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you waiting on the Lord? That's a book to get. Yeah, Miss Tiani, who's the kind of
It's like come on, meet me. They're letting me talk now.
the truth we hold by Kamala Harris. In the food entrepreneurial, we're talking food so much now. And that was a book on entrepreneurship. Why should we have time? Why should we look at food? Why should the economy? Why should the community? Why should the government invest in food farms, home food, and food security? How can we bring the price of food down if many of us goes into the agri sector? Kenny Dewani, he's an education. The leader's greatest platform at once and two. It's a book on leadership. And she's the current CEO of Major Hall Group. She's Major Hall School and also now they bought over LPS Lagos Credit. They've grown, that's the school that has over 1,800 students over the last 20 years. What has been you will listen to that video on YouTube. Tony Olise, who is a footballer, audacity to be true, and autobiography. My father's greatest asset. This year, the success is the choice. It's current kind of weakness. So, Mish Kochemi, get fit and healthy. The leaders eat last. The leaders don't eat first. I kill that. So, he shares that. I am always passionate about this. Built for the storm. She was so passionate about Bible, a book she wrote at the age of 50, at the age of 40, 10 years before. Her husband had a challenge, a sudden sickness, and how he had to learn read to write ABC 1 to 3. That was a fantastic book. Storms, you have to be taking storms. Don't waste storms. That was a very wonderful book with you. Currently, who is the MP, previous MP of NAPO. Let's talk about live with income. How do you make everything? Become 6 months of the year, we have another 6 months. If you have not been living efficiently or effectively on your daily basis, any day you miss, make sure you take part. And we spoke about how it goes involved in NAPO. When they're cleaning the place, it goes into the clean with the book. So that was leading by example. This is Taiwo, my mother's daughter. She lost the daughter. That was an uncle for us. Funke Medal, cooking entrepreneur. And Winifred Okedi, Prescription for Life, was a book on healthy living. Emeka Undu, Leadership 101 by John Maxwell. Apostle Folorusha Arakija, blossoming at the age of 70, her own autobiography, one of the richest women in the world. Buki Smith, current MD of FSDH, The Power of Habits. People are talking now about atomic habits, family habits, daily habits. That was also reviewed. Vision, Nana Odejai, which is on personal development. Katie Ojo, Our Iceberg is Melting. That was a motivational book. Sonny Emery, how do you lead? Leading in tough times. That was by John Maxwell. And Asway Ighodalo, how successful people think. We know that Asway is one of the major partners of Ighodalo, Power and Ighodalo. Also, I think the chairperson of Nigerian Breweries, and also he's also running for governorship. Yesterday, Yohane Zacchaeus and eventful life. She was talking at the age of 16. How God had taken her from being a lawyer to a banker an events planner, and now on boards. What were the secrets? Coco Kalanga, this is Pastor Deboye, the biography. So he wrote to me some of many parts. And to my younger self, Funke Onolego, how do I mentor the younger generation? They need mentoring. George Onofoko, Atomic Habits, is the CEO of Coleman Wires and taking that organization to a wonderful, explosive level, a multi-billion naira organization selling wires to all of Africa. Bola Martel Oko, an excellent life, living an excellent life, excellent skills, and that was a biography. And we have all these books in the school. Chike Onya, Emotional Intelligence, Ego Ueno, Manage Your Time, Manage Your Life, and a lot more. Mr. Buka Kiari of Inlax, the CEO of Inlax last year, he also did a review for us. I would like us, without wasting more time, before I hand over to the moderator for today, who is Don Onyeto. He is also passionate about reading. If he has his way, he will want us to do book reviews every week. That is his passion. And I want you to please sit back as Don Onyeto comes forward, who will be reviewing, we're talking to our reviewer of today, Muktar. He's very good at, he's an HR expert, he's also a speaker, he's author of Good, the New Mediocre. He's passionate about the human side of building great enterprises. He has facilitated so many trainings within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. He currently works with Dawn and Calista Consulting, a business development and human resource development firm. He has facilitated trainings for both indigenous and multinational companies like Total, Zenith, Century, Globe, Stanbic, IBC Pensions, Diamond, and to mention a few. His career started with Visible Impact, VIP Consulting, and that was Mwabudu. And then he's done a lot of trainings also, for even for NNLG, GT Bank, and many other banks. He worked with 360 Learning Solution on team bonding, done twice as co-led a one-day highly successful team building retreat for the management of multi-choice company. He's been involved in many nation building projects. I would say he's also used to speak when he was in university and in secondary school. He was the president of the Lighthouse Toastmaster International Public Speaking Club. Please help me welcome Don, who is our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think a round of applause will be in order for Mr. Albert. And so that's for the best we can do. Thank you also for giving us the privilege and the opportunity to come together. I know that many times reading is one thing, being able to apply and then to share the things that you've learned is another thing. And one of the reasons why I like book review sessions is that we can sharpen one another. And it would be amazing to know what Muktar has learned, for instance, from this book, because there are times that after a book review, you realize that which page exactly are you reading from? You know, so we always also have those moments, and it's just good to hear the testimonials that people already have. And so Muktar will be speaking or sharing his knowledge for about 30 minutes. Afterwards, we're going to have a discussion, Q&A, because this book, so interestingly, I read this book when I was a bit younger. I'm not that old, but I think I read the book a bit younger. I think that was, I've been buying books, Laterna has been eating my money for a long time, right? So I think I bought this book. I heard about the book first from Les Brown, and Les Brown talked about Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and I just liked the title of the book until I then read the book and then found out that it was it's actually something that I would recommend for the nation. Actually, I'll actually recommend that everybody in the nation reads it, and you will find out why when Muktar comes up. So, are you ready? I can hear you. Are you ready? And so, if you're online, please type ready, and then we will know that you're ready. Okay, is anybody typing yet? We're not sure. So, just type ready, and then we will go. So, our reviewer for today is the founder of Finance with Muktar, a personal finance platform that is established to help grow and change the minds of people on finance. He's an international finance and economic analyst on BBC Africa, Arise TV, Channels Television, CNBC Africa, Inside Africa on CNN, TVC, and others. And he's also a stockbroker, a personal finance coach. He's a budget planner and an advocate for financial freedom. You know, this profile looks like someone that has plenty money. So he's a graduate of geography and remote sensing from the Federal University of Technology, MENA. As many of you know, in Nigeria, you can't do one thing. So he is one example of why Nigeria just teaches you to find your passion in many places. All right. So he is the CEO of Asha Dynamics Solution. He's a philanthropist, a mentor, an investor, a husband, a father of 3 lovely children. Maybe one of the things I should add there that he's also a good citizen of Nigeria. I'm not sure whether he's learned the new anthem, but we will know when it comes up.
Okay, so it's ready.
Huh?
They're all ready.
Oh, they're already beautiful. All right, so he believes that being a financial analyst is not just being on TV, but also making impact on the younger generation and the masses on how to build their income to a fortune. And it's his passion to give back to the society and make the country a great place. Part of what he does is stock investment management, consultations, evaluation of financial situations for clients, business analysis, planning, and organization and strategic planning. He's in partnership with several bodies across Nigeria and West Africa, and has won several awards in different bodies, including the financial services and insurance industry. His interests are in investing in the younger generation, of course, reading, football. Well, when we know his club, we will know whether that's a good interest or not. And then he likes swimming and traveling. Ladies and gentlemen, and those online, please join me as we welcome Mr. Muktar Mohammed.
Thank you very much. The national anthem. My children were teaching me yesterday. They seem to know it better. Because they're using it now as a song. So they played the song for me. So I'm still learning the national anthem.
You will get
it. Yes. Well, I try to make it a little bit short because the Millionaire is a book I read of like I was saying, maybe I read it over 20 years ago too. And since the time I knew Laterna ventures. So that's why I got the hard copy. So I have the hard copy. It's just how it has been with me as a book I read practically every year. Because it just tells you, like I said, this book has 2 parts: the software and the hardware. The software is what they give to us here. The hardware is what online learn from the and outside. So, like I said, the past so many different questions. The book is so interesting that you cannot want to drop it. Think of reading it in the next 20 minutes. It's like writing, those days you say it's like writing work in 20 minutes. So let's see how we'll go. The slide, people can, slide will be easy for us to follow. It's a great book for learning the mindset of millionaires. their belief system. That's what this book basically teach about the belief system in terms of their attitude of millionaires. Yeah. They have a certain attitude, they have the way they see things. The first part of the book is the money blueprint, which I personally call the software, because it's what you put on the software. Then when they say garbage in, garbage out, then what comes out from the hardware after the software is what. So and that money blueprint is the part one of the book. And the second part is the wealth file. I find that very interesting because sometimes he just talks to me. He talks to me directly what I'm doing in my thought life over incident, especially where we are today in Nigeria. You need to concentrate on that 17 word file. I might not be able to go through all of them. Like I said, the money blueprint law is divided into two, the inner and the outer. So basically, part one is about the inner part of the book, which has to do with your thinking, it has to do with your belief, habits, strength, feeling, confidence, and trust. You know, I know I tell people that wealth is a habit. It's a habit. Like I said, reading is a habit. Until something becomes a habit, you cannot get the value for it. If you are the type of person that does something every morning and they become a regular part of you, then it will never leave you. There's a saying that said, I'm trying to put it in a better way so that we can understand. He said, I'm trying to put it, but he's just trying to make you understand that your habit is what really makes you who you are. It's the habit. What's your habit? Okay, let me put it this way: the future of any man or woman is tied to your daily habit. So that's what I'm saying. The future of your life, of your destiny, in any area of your life, is tied to your daily habit. And so, what are your daily habits in the area of money, health, career, everything? What do you do daily about each of these parts of your life? I tell people, and that's what this book taught also. He talked about your growth mindset. He said your income can grow only to the extent you do. And how do you grow? You grow, like he has said. He said it, and Mrs. Morgan said it also. Your habit, your reading habit, and somebody put it very well. He said, the people you meet will leave you, but the book you read will never leave you. And so that's, for me, is what really makes people. Somebody said, if you tell me the habit, if I sit with you for 24 hours, was even said in this book, if I spend 24 hours with you, I'll be able to determine what will become of you in 5 years' time. So this book is all about habits, and it's talking about another way principle is what it says. Another wealth principle: what is invisible create what is visible. Sometimes, if you are a Christian like me, you say, as a man thinketh, so shall it be. You cannot give what you don't have, and sometimes what you have is from the inside of you. There's a local proverb in Africa that said, if you want to know what a man feels about you, is when the person is angry, he will tell you everything that is inside about you. So that's what this book also tells you about. That you have to, if you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. So we'll talk about what, like I told, the invisible are things you don't see, your mindset. A lot of people call it these days. I like it the way they call it, your mental health. What are you thinking on the inside? How do you see situation on the inside? The way you see situation on the inside It's what you practically tell us on the outside. So that's why I say this book has been called the inner law. Okay. Then in this book also talks about the 4 quadrants. It says we exist. It says if you want to change the invisible, you must first change. I mean, if you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. It said one of the most important things you can ever understand is that we don't live on one plane of existence. We live in at least 4 different realms at once. So, what are the 4 different quadrants he talked about? He talked about the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. He made us to understand that the most important blueprint for money is not the physical world, but the mental, emotional, and spiritual. And I had this feeling, I heard somebody said it before. Until you see the money in your mind, you can never see it in your hand. So it's all about the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. Then you see it in the physical. What do you see in your mind? That's what he was talking about. Money is a result. Talk about it. He said money is a result. Wealth is a result. Health is a result. Your weight is a result. We live in a world of causes and effects. Like I just said, about habits. What is your habit about money? What's your habit about wealth? What's your habit about health? What's your habit about weight, losing weight? I have a friend that we talk about. We develop one habit. If we do not go out for workout, we'll be feeling like there is something wrong with us because we've been doing it for years. So the first time we talk about it every morning. They say, hello, have you gone out? No. Why? Me, I try to go out, brain fail. Yeah. So it becomes a habit. If he stays for 3 days or 4 days without going out, he's feeling somehow that something is missing. Because it's a habit. Even inside the rain sometimes, he said, rain beats me today. But it has become a habit that even the rain cannot stop him. So it's a result. And he said something that I like, say, whatever result you are getting, be the rich or poor, good or bad, positive or negative, always remember that your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. So if you think, and if things aren't going well in your outer life, it is because things aren't going well in your inner life. So whatever comes is talking about whatever you are going through, the solution is from the inside. There's one thing they talked about here. The next time we talk about one full declaration for change. You know, sometimes we think declaration is only associated with the spiritual. But this book is not a spiritual book, but he talks about declaration. And after each of his topics, if you have the book, after each of his topics, he talks about declaration. He tells you to declare something that he feels good about. So, it's the power of declaration. So he calls it declaration. He calls declaration accelerated learning. He approaches from the most thing. What you hear, you forget. What you see, you remember. What you do, you remember. The key word here is enforcement. What are you declaring? Why are declarations such a valuable tool? Because everything is made of one thing. All energy travel in frequency and vibration. And I was talking to a friend and I said, have you ever thought about sometimes you see somebody and you decide to, think about somebody. And I'm thinking of this person. I was not thinking of calling you, and all of a sudden, the call comes in. So it tells you your thought also travel. Okay, it tells you about your thoughts. Your thoughts also travel. So what are you thinking can also travel. What you're thinking can also travel. Each declaration you make carries its own vibration frequency. When you stage the declaration aloud, its energy vibrates throughout the cell of your body, and by touching your body at the same time, can feel it. You need innocence. Declaration only send a specific message to us as send a specific message to your subconscious mind. There was a particular book I bought in Laterna some years ago. It's a Christian book. It just portrays this fact. It's called, the title of the book is Okay. The title of the book is Money Comment. The title of the book is Money Comment. That was the title of the book. That book is one of the greatest books I've ever read in terms of money. It talks about the power of declaration. It talks about declaring with passion and energy. And what it did for me that time was that I would stay at the corner of my room and I'll begin to shout with so much fervency, energy. Money, comment, money, comment. I was holding that book at the point that in my office there where I was working, they started calling me money, comment. And they said, you come to a point where people begin to know you with that declaration. It became so much part of me that those days is not like now that the bank are so regulated. You know, you can write your name those days and say Muktar Mohammed. You can have put brackets, money comment. So I do that. And the whole idea was trying to tell me was that even as you are declaring it, let people also declare it for you. Subconsciously gets into you. And before you know, it starts coming to you. And he had a very good declaration that I still use. I will just sit down sometimes and just say money. I will never be broke on another day of my life. I have my needs and desire met. So I say that actually every day. Sometimes that could just be only the prayer of faith. So I know the power of them. Okay, what is the money blueprint? Another introduction to the preset program on ways of being in relationship with money. The important formula is called, it calls the formula TIFA equals R, which is thought leads to feeling, feeling leads to action, action to results. I like that. And I like this analogy. Taking culture, for example, there are certain cultures that have one way of thinking and dealing with money. If I begin to say now, if I talk about an Igbo man, the Igbo man culture is all about what? It's money. They are traders. They are known to be traders. But that's their culture. Anywhere they are. In short, at the point they say the Igbo men are like the Jewish because they always think anywhere they go, the first thing an Igbo man is thinking about is trading. That's their culture. You talk about when you hear someone say Ijebu, when you say, oh, you are an Ijebu man, that means you are very prudent with your money. Don't just spend money anyhow. It's a cultural thing. If you talk about a Hausa man, you say an Hausa man in this part of the world, Nigeria, they will say Hausa man is ready to do any business that you give to him, whether Okada, whether trading in front of your house. You just want to do something to anything. That's how the culture can be. How are we conditioned? The next thing we talk about is the condition. We are conditioned in three ways. We talk in the arena of life and money. Talk about Bible programming. What did you hear when you were young? What did you hear when you were young? Some of us heard a lot of things about money when we were young. One of it is that money does not grow on a tree. I don't know anybody if your parents told you that. When you come today, they say, do you see money in the backyard of my tree? So you just think I can just go and plug the money and give to you. Sometimes that has a way of affecting our thinking. You know, the second one is what specific incident? What did you experience when you were young about them? Some of us experienced so much lack and became a springboard to want to. Because it was more or less like anytime you go home and you ask money, you know the answer. That if you're a working class, it's either months overhead. Why are you coming at this time? I cannot pay me salary. Talking about my own. So when you go home, you have to wait. And sometimes you come, and the father is telling you that yes, it's on the 30th, but they haven't paid. They will pay on the 30th. So you go back again. Those are specific experience. model us like that. So we are not going after any money. Once you see money, then you will not make heaven. So then the only way you can make heaven poor. So anytime you see anything, which is actually one of the most interesting things is the Golden West Five. Here it talked about, how they rich think very differently from the poor and the poor people. They think differently about money, wealth, themselves, other people, basically every other pieces of their life. They also gave us 70 different ways they reach think, and he called them the West Five. We are going to examine some of these differences as part of your free condition and install some of them into your mind, and you can then catch yourself when you are thinking like the poor and the middle class. So I'll just talk about there are 17. I don't have it to talk about all of them. I just picked out 8. This one I like it because it's a slogan we use, especially in Africa, in Nigeria. Rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happened to me. That's what they happen. Then there's the one that we normally use nice. Don't make Nigeria happen to you. Nigeria will not happen to you because of prayer. So, so people, that's the way the poor just think. I mean, I create my life. The rich person never believe anything happened to him by chance. So nothing happened to him that take him away. Secondly, they say rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people to be rich. But everybody can talk. When they go, I can't forget it. Anybody can talk. My father owned the airport. My father drive this car. Everybody can talk is cheap. But committed to do it. The rich are committed to whatever they want. They're so committed. Everything they want to do, they are committed to it. In their business, is in their attitude, in everything they do. Rich people think big, poor people think small. It's the same thing. I tell people it's the same. The amount you used to think small, the time it's the same time you're going to use to think big. It doesn't cost you anything to think. It doesn't cost you anything to think. Think it. Just think it. Whether you're thinking small or you're thinking big, it's up to you. Rich people focus on opportunity. Poor people focus on obstacle. Especially in Nigeria today. If you are people that frequently travel, we realize that sometimes when you are going, almost all of it is like Nigerians. Every little thing in Nigeria, from the airport, you just get some few foreigners. But when you are coming back, you realize that majority of those people that are coming back, they are not Nigerians. They are either Chinese, Americans, or Europeans. While we are seeing obstacles, they are seeing opportunities. And while we are also seeing opportunity in their own side, some of them are seeing obstacles when they are coming to our side. So it's all about your thought process. Opportunities. To the rich, opportunity happen to them anywhere. They believe that they are global citizens. That is why a company, Amazon, will be in the US, is thinking of being in South Africa, is thinking of being in Nigeria. Facebook, Meta, is it Meta? What they call themselves? Meta. They are not only thinking of being in the US alone, because in their own mind, they are global citizens. That's the way they reach thinking. They think opportunities are everywhere. The other one is the rich people admire other rich and successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people, especially in Nigeria. When I was growing up, they don't do it again. No matter who you are, when the car is inside, come on, only. Because we associate the rich to be just curious. We just resent them. In Nigeria today, the rich are everything. So when you are rich, it's a problem. They just think you are the one jumping Nigerian money. Even when you are working hard. The poor never think they will live where they are, so they keep talking about the rich. they reach out these days. That's why me, I don't agree. When they say masses, I say I'm not this. Masses is mass production. And for Laterna house, sometimes they bring some book, they say mass training, mass production. It's low in quality. So when you associate yourself to the masses, when you say I'm among the masses, you are saying, okay, you are a very low product. So I don't like it. And the masses are the ones that reset the rich. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. For a poor man, once he has money, all he thinks about is the car that he wants to drive, the area he wants to stay in Lagos. So the guy just hits some good money. Maybe this day's economy, those are days it was $1 million. But in the exchange rate now, the man just hits like 10 million. And the next thing he's staying in, maybe he's staying in Ojodu better. The next thing he's saying, you know what? I'm moving to the island. He's not going to buy the place, he's going to rent a place on the island. I am arriving. So he's thinking about his working. For the rich, they're always thinking of their net worth. I was telling somebody, all of a sudden, one of my friends discovered. I was telling him, I said, can you imagine? That good day I finished refinery. That good day is taking off steel. Money they do out. That good day started as a trailer. I mean, bringing trailers from the north. All of a sudden, he went to fertilizer. He's not an engineer, but he employed the best of engineers. He knows. I saw him talking about refinery on the news. I want to say, it's not so built himself that he knows his business. And he's now finishing it. The last time he was with the Senate president, he was talking about steel. He said, now I want to begin to assemble our own type of truck. Yeah, the truck. You no more have to take it abroad. We are putting an assembly plant. I was like, wow. He's thinking about his networks. All these things are going to get toward building wealth for him, networks. So, but for the rich, the network would be the car, the wristwatch, the phone that he's using, the area that he's living. I jokingly told somebody, I said, because we are not very, very rich, if you want to go to a particular occasion, you need to dress to suit that occasion. If they're calling for a dinner, you can wear your suit, wear your boot. You want to suit it. And everybody wants to dress like that. There's not a lot of dress like that. If you Richard Branson enter with his jeans and his sleeveless top, that's the person all of us will concentrate on. He's not thinking, he's thinking network. But we are thinking appearance. So the rich people have their money, work hard for them. Poor people work hard for themselves. I can't forget what my son told me some months ago. We're sitting together, and I said, you need to work hard very hard. To make it in life, you have to work very hard. And the boy said, that they are telling us, I said, they come out and they working hard. We need to say, we need to work smart. So thank you. Yes, I was trying to say work smart. So working hard is good, but making your money work hard for you is the best thing. Today there's somebody that live for everybody. When you wake up, when you open the newspaper, you have millions of dollars. He's buying one every day for him. While we are thinking of the next Japan move, he's thinking of who has money can work hard for him. We the poor, when you wake up, you are thinking of about 5 million, 10 million. It's time to Japan. And I'm happy I'm one of those people that patronize Laterna more this every month. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. If I go and ask them, if I don't spend, I spend like 50,000 buying book. I learned this from my Muktar. He said, what somebody took over 50 years to learn. And they are giving you opportunity to learn it in 1 hour or 1 week or 2 weeks. You just walk past it. whatever, there's nothing that expands you more than reading. And the challenge we have is this to be saying, but it has changed to me. They say if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. But I think that is changing. A lot of black people read states very well, even if they're not comparable to the amount of work, but a lot of black people do read. So I first tell people what differentiates some of those people that they graduated together and you something is that when they graduated, they never read any book of self-development. They think they already know it. They've never read one book after graduation. They are into marketing. The new marketing they read in school is that marketing they are still using today. They are not developing themselves. That marketing has gone digital. Their career, they don't know. It's not the A-star that you made in school that differentiates you, that gives you promotion. It's the character you build. They are not reading book of people that are established. Autobiography. So I would like to end it like this. Unveiling the Secret of the Millionaire Mind is a transformative masterpiece by the author. This book not only decodes the physiology of millionaire, but also deliver actionable strategies for readers to adopt this mindset with engaging writing and practical exercise. If financial advice inspired a holistic approach to life, from reprogramming limited belief to setting goals, this book is a game changer. For those seeking lasting success, I like that. Lasting success and wealth. A must reach, a must read, desirable, a permanent spot on every aspiring millionaire bookshelf. He has a permanent spot in my bookshelf. I'll be glad if you can have a permanent spot on your bookshelf. It's a book. There are a lot of books that I can read over and over and over and over. This is one of them. The other ones that Laterna has, if they permit me, I will talk about them. No, they still have them. I don't have them, they will make them. Like I was talking about one. I wish you can get that book back to your shelf. Maybe like 15 years ago. The title of the book is Money Comes by Lauren Thompson. It's a very masterpiece with all expression. The best I've read, especially the area of compassion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No. All right, another round of applause for.
And how much is the book?
One of the things you learn from the book is that wealthy people are generous. So let's be generous with our applause. Thank you so much. And so at this point, we will yield the floor for questions, comments, thoughts.
How much is the book,
perhaps
please?
maybe to share what their favorite wealth file is. I think one of mine is that poor people like to be paid for their time, and that also comes with the whole minimum wage debacle. And but it says that rich people focus on results. So many of the wealthy people, wealthy consultants I know, they will tell you, don't pay me anything, but if this result works, I'll get a percentage. Those days I used to think that's foolish. But now, when somebody makes $1 million for you and collects maybe 2% or 3% of it, I think they add some pretty quickly, right? So that's, for me, is one of the things that really tilted me at that time of my life. All right. So any questions? Any question online? Question, thoughts, comments. So while we're thinking about that, I'm going to ask Muktar a question about reprogramming yourself. I know many of us, I'm not sure, maybe like 3 or 4 of us in the building were born into really wealthy homes. Even in those wealthy homes, many times, many of those families don't want to admit that they are wealthy, so that their children will not go and expose them before, right? So, and so with that, many of us just speak of like many of the things you talked about, money does not grow on trees and everything like that. So how have you been able to reprogram yourself? I like the part where you talked about, your confessions. Is there any other thing you did with reprogramming yourself to be able to take advantage of the opportunities around?
Okay. Thank you so much. Maybe I didn't get to talk a lot. After reprogramming myself, the other thing I did was to also, like I said, inside your mindset, my mindset was changed. So you could also have a changed mindset and not be able to move forward. You could keep on doing nothing happening. You could have all the believe in the world and nothing still happen. I think one of the change mindset I actually did was after the inner law, I also have to work on my outer law. I didn't say so much about the outer law. I've had all the profession and everything. Then the next thing I had to do was to develop the outer law, which has to do with my business knowledge, money management, and investment strategy. So I needed to work on that. What's my business knowledge? That way, whatever I want to do, like I said, I'm a stockbroker in life, I'm a financial coach. Then I started reading business books, trying to develop myself. What I know I want to go into finance. What's the latest in financial law? What is the market saying globally? The latest money management skill that I can learn how to. Before now, I think when we talk about managing money, you just think about you have to put it in the bank. So I begin to think what are other ways I can make sure my money work for me. Do I have to just leave my money like that? So those were part of the things I was learning. Most of them come by, like you said, the web by issue. So I was learning on that. So I learned about savings, I learned about investment. I also learned about spending, how to spend money wisely, because it's also part of it. Then investment strategy, I had to read most of the greatest investors that they were Buffett of this world, how they invest, what are their strategies, how do they think, how do they invest? Do they invest during the rainy time or do they invest during downtime? So those are part of the other things that I had to develop within myself.
Thank you very much. Any questions so far? Questions? Thoughts? Okay, so sir, please, sir. So please, if you could just tell us your name and then your what you want to.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Muktar. Not as if many days was expected. For a number of people, one of the pillars of what you talk about is habit. It's the habit that determines what you do. So it's very easy to say that 40 and 50 and 60. I'm already past that age. What can I do? I think might be important to also lay the emphasis on the fact that it is when you wake up, there is no money. Right? So basically, I think that also needs to be good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. When some of the people you look up to begin to ask you questions, you're very sure you want to answer it well. It's Mr. Haribalo, somebody that I've known for years. I've watched him from afar, say he put his career to the height of his career before he stepped out to do what he wants to do now. So he has reached the height of his career in the banking sector. So for him to be saying that, I think he knows what he's saying. I think one thing I tell people is that when you look at the list of the world richest people, you realize that those that actually started making their wealth for 50 are still there. If you want to Google the 10 richest people in the world or the 20 richest people, hardly, if you see somebody in their 30s that started making wealth in their 30s, then you're talking about this jet age. I mean, you're talking about the computer age of Microsoft. I think for me, I think those are the people that are there, the internet millionaire. There were times that they were all there before the internet first came. So for me, I think most of the people that are really able to sustain their wealth are people that started creating wealth with their abilities. from 45 to 50. So their wealth, they're able to sustain it till they pass it on to the next generation. So I always tell people that when you start making success at the age of 50, some of those success are very sustainable because at that time there are a lot of things that are mundane for you. At 50, you're not thinking of the car you want to drive or you want to show off. You're thinking of legacy. So when you are building wealth at 50, you are always thinking, what can I do for the next generation? And when you are in your 30s, you're building wealth in your 30s. Sometimes you just think about the useful exuberant. That's why we have the most footballers, yes. Most footballers, athletes, you see them, they build their wealth when they're 20, they earn so much. By the time they are in their 30s, 35, you see them suffering from one mental health or the other. So for me, I think if you are able to start building your wealth from the age of 40, 45, 50, it's sustainable, very, very sustainable, because a lot of lessons and experience have come to play. I tell people, life, life itself becomes a mistake when you keep on doing the same thing over and over again. But life becomes a lesson. You learn your lessons from it. You moved on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gabriel has a question. Gabriel is online, and he says this is a good review. He's asking, what simple first steps can a beginner or well-sustaining, or well-sustained and self-sustaining? Thank you. That's from Gabriel. Gabriel, thank you for the question.
Yeah, for me, the first part is the inner law. I will just say, what's your mindset? What's your mindset? And your mindset has to do, when you open your mouth, do we trust you? Can I do business with you? It comes from the inside. I tell people that are rich and arrogant were arrogant when they were poor. What they couldn't show is because they were poor. So when they become very, where their arrogance begins to show. So what I tell people is that whatever you want to be, you could be it even without getting there. And that is the outer law when you said about your mindset. Like I said, the first point about this book is, do you see money in your mind? Once you see money in your mind, then that's the first step. Then the second step is the business knowledge, money management, and investment strategy. But the first step is your mind, your mindset. What do you see? What do you see? Do you see money inside your mind? Do you believe that? Other than you believe, do you believe you deserve to be rich? You know, some people don't believe that they deserve to be rich, especially in this part of the world. You say, God, I can't believe it. That means you were not planning it, and that's why you see the people that win the lottery 1 year after they are poor, because it came suddenly. There's a saying that said, preparation is the eyes that sees opportunity. So once you are prepared for wealth, when wealth comes, it will stay, but it has to come from the inside.
Thank you very much. Oluwasegun is asking, are you saying that so you were talking about that to get that wealth is about marathon, progressive marathon, and not that?
I totally agree. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he made that statement to me also. We're talking about the stock market where and he was talking about dividend payout and capital appreciation. And he said dividend payout is a sprint, capital appreciation is a marathon. So wealth itself is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And it's a journey, it's not a destination. You never will end. That is why even Warren Buffett at almost 100 years, he's still investing. So I don't know the day you say you got it to your destination in terms of wealth creation and anything you are doing. It's time to go.
All right, so there's this part that I think that Christians may have an issue with, where he talked about the fact that wealthy people tend to promote themselves and promote what they do. And I think that why that is an issue for many Christians will be that are not let Proverbs, I think 27, that says, let another man praise you and not you yourself. So many people don't talk about how good they are at their job, how good their business is, how good the value they bring to the market is. So how do we balance that so that they don't feel like they are committing sin in the process?
I think that may maybe sometimes we read our Bible with a religious mindset. And that's why we think like that. Who is the greatest son of person in this is Jesus Christ? That's the way I see it. It tells you, this is what I'm selling. I'm selling salvation. And this is what you gain. So you talk about your product. I heard somebody said it, I think same thing when I moved up. You saw the person of Jesus Christ for your salvation. The principle of Jesus Christ for your prosperity. So he is the greatest self. So when we talk about those, I don't want to talk about myself. I don't want to talk about this. Then you remember the scripture when Jesus was saying, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has sent me to sell. So what was it? He's not talking about himself. He was selling himself. He have come that they may have life and have them more abundant. What was it? He was selling himself. He was telling them, look, this is what I've come to give to you. Apostle Paul, wherever he goes, he sells himself. At the point he says, not that I've attained or I've been saved, but I'm still in this place of life. He's selling himself. So it's a religious spirit that makes you think, oh, it's prideful for me to talk about myself. The only place that it comes when it becomes a problem in the Christendom is when you remove the God factor. You now begin to talk like the organizer or like that can say today, I'm the one that built this, I'm the one that built that, I'm the one that did this, I'm the one that did that. And there's no mention of God. That's when you say, oh, he's being prideful. He's trying to talk about himself. When you know who you are and what you carry, you better tell somebody about who you are and what you carry. That's why before I came to the book of Laterna, they just say my CV. I should send my CV to them so that they will know what is expected of me. If you want to get a job, you just go there and tell them that this. I don't want to talk about myself because I'm very, very direct. If you say that you're already selling yourself, why can't you just say, just give me the job, then you will know. Nobody will give you the job. You need to sell your CV, you need to sell yourself. So the world has gone beyond religion. The greatest salesman in the world is Jesus Christ.
I even think God himself, when you hear God talk about himself, you want to like, God himself is proud. God cannot be proud. They understand because God is, and God understands himself. Okay, so I think this is how I think we should end this part. So we'll take about 3 or 4 comments from the crowd, and this one will pass the mic randomly. So that's the part where I like about my job. We'll pass the mic, and then what I want us to do is to say one word or one sentence about what you are going to do as a result of our engagement today. So let me remove one from the table. There's one I would recommend, which is to buy the book if you don't have it, and then to read the book. And then now, let me now hear what else you have to say. So everyone online also, I would like to hear what actions you're going to be taking away with that. So let me start from the gentleman in front, Mr. Lucas. So what are you going to do as a result of what you read today?
Good afternoon, everyone.
I also want to thank Muktar for that very, very important session. He did mention that he did not tell us everything, so that we can also take our time to do more stuff. Thank you for doing that. But there's something also he said today that's also I just love, and that is the declaration aspect of it. All right. We were at a place yesterday, myself and Don. So, and as we're wrapping up, we were also talking about the need for us not to just feel okay, it's over, you know. And I put it here. I put it there because Pastor Goban actually he said, "Don't pack up, spread out." Like we're talking about wealth being enjoyed by a destination. You can understand that he also was also talking about the need for individuals not to get to a stage where they feel they can see further or they can't grow bigger than what they have attained. All right. So thank you so much for talking about the need for that declaration. I think that is practical as well. So if we look in war, right? So thank you for sharing that with me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First, I think we should give him a round of applause. Yes, don't worry, when he looks down, it's fine. He's coming to you. He's coming home. Thank you. Thanks very much. So one thing I'll do, be more proactive and be more intentional with community. Something that will come towards what I envision myself to do. Not let life happen, make life.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Millionaire, podcast list of producer of a show, business TV. I'm here because Mr. Muktar invited me. What I saw, and he said he was going to review this. So thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for putting up this review. I think this is the first time I'm hearing about you guys. Never heard of. I think
right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you will help us.
I think one of the things you need to push yourself out there. You guys are doing a great stuff. If you go to life with Kaduna, if you're in Kaduna, you know life with big time. What Christian? So I think you need to get yourself out. One of the recent books that I'm reading is that Richard Branson, screw it, do it, something like that. So he said successful action. If there's anything I take away from what I learned before, the fact that I need to actually do something about it, because hearing this, I've heard stuff before, and I'm adding to it. So beyond just hearing, I hope to do this action. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So today, thank you everyone. My name is I'm a friend to Mr. Mohammed. My take home today is at the beginning of the year, I told myself I would read 3 books this year, and I haven't even completed one. So I think that this is actually a start for me to go back and start from where I started, even though I've had good reviews with my friends on books that I've read before. And I think I'll just go back and do stuff all over again. And maybe I'll start with this book. Thank you.
Okay, Femi, once again. One of my own very strong people is also out from Muktar today. I mean, every month he posts a certain amount to visit Laterna. And also in his review, I mean, one of the statements he made is that why do you have the opportunity to learn in one day, 1 or 2 weeks. Once somebody has learned in 50 years and you run away from it. Although my daughter is a very some favorite of Laterna, so I also want to make myself now on a constant basis to visit Laterna so I can learn in 1 week what people have gathered in 50 years to better myself. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benga Johnson. Thank you, for inviting me. Okay, so we know him as Muktar Mohammed. That's MM. Yes. You know, the word is very interesting. No, you have to say mine with me. So I call him Money Man. And he didn't make up that name, So it's interesting that he's also talking about money. And thank you so much for the very apt review. So for me, my take home is the declaration part. I think I will commend myself a bit too, because for the positive thinking, that mentioned in some ways is, having this attitude that look, you can't go down. Maybe we're back up with some spirituality in some way. Because you see in the economy, things are going down. In my office, I tell my guys, why don't we look at those people that are doing well? And they're not in the same economy. So I think that's also an inspiration for us, that even though people are complaining about economy, you see skyscrapers springing up everywhere. They are not building them with cowries, So for me, the declaration is very important. It's something that I want to height. I will increase my volume now. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So I've seen a few online. I'm quite interesting. I think Mohammed says I will improve my CEO skills. That's a good one. Thank you very much. Shegon during this case, I will start thinking through. That's a very good one. So what I've learned today, that from scholars says that the people you meet can leave you, but the books that you read can never leave you. Someone is asking about the recording. Yes, you can get it. I'm sure that if there is something that you registered with, yes, and it's going to be on the Laterna YouTube page, right? Okay, is there any other? I think that's. Still, I see only opportunities now. Yes, but the thing is, the more problems you can notice, those are your opportunities. And next one would be, I don't think that's any other one. Yeah. So my takeaway personally will be, one, to reread the book. Number two, also to become a little more. I'm serious with my finances and my wealth building habits. So I'm going to, as I go back, commit. So there's a part where he talked about commitment. So he talked about the three things: wanting, choosing, and committing. Many people want to be rich. Only a few people choose to be rich. But the people that really become rich are those that commit to being rich, right? So that commitment is something that I have made as a result of reading this book. No matter what, I'll be wealthy, and I'm doing that for a lot of purposes. There's a lot I can do for my communities by just being having a lot more than I need for myself, right? So I think at this point it would be awesome to give Mukta another round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing debate. Very something with this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. At this point, please join me as we welcome Mrs. Morgan, one of the best mentors you can ever have. She said, "I'm going to become a moderator." And then you were asking me, so will I be available? I said, no, she said, tell them to come and moderate. It was not asked them, we didn't moderate. All right, so thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. You've done so well at such a short time. I really thank you. A few more comments I can see on as well done. So I have a few friends that told me, is it Muktar? Wow. So you have a name out there, but you still need to put your name like that. No, I think so. He's the first time and he said Laterna, never heard of Laterna or heard of life group. So we have a lot of work to do here within Laterna. And I would say well done, because when I was asking who could help us to give this, there's someone that comes into Laterna every week. So the staff have noticed that he's been coming here for many years, every week. He's passionate about reading. And he said, could I have this profile? And we took it from there. And the rest is history. I expect the meeting for you. As we have, there have been 6 months, almost over. We have another 6 months opportunity to live our best. A few comments which you didn't see. The change of mindset and continuous daily declaration. What do you see when you wake up? Begin to take action. And this another person said, Molara said, start reprogramming my mind. I'm starting you said that. Well done. Remember, the people you meet may leave you, but the books you read will stay with you. This statement emphasizes the lasting impact of wisdom and expression that can stay with us for a lifetime. Don't work for money. Let money work hard for you. Read, and read. People may leave you, but the books will take action. So all of us, in our inner mind, what is that action we're going to take? We also have Besta Coffee partner. You can come here, have coffee, have tea, have fellowship with your friends. Your accountability is so important. But you can determine to read this partner. So we are here at the book club is once a month, but Dawn has been pushing us to try and do it every week. Online. So we'll see what can be done. We're also looking at music in the next half of the year. You'll hear more about stuff. Music. One hour, because we think we should use that as a Christian store, and we don't think we should put that in. Just to make sure we're meeting everyone, the business people, the Christian people, the children, so we're satisfied. Even women can come here and have meetings at our coffee shop. Without wasting more time, where's Oren? She's still around here. Okay. Oren is a champion. This just talk about 2 books. Similar books on the Millionaire's mind. About these 3 books for next month. Please don't leave. This is so interesting. It's about the owner of NU.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be talking about 2 books, also related to finance. And we have Rich Dog Broke Dog by Kelly King. This is for women. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is tailored towards women. It teaches women how to save, invest, and earn financial freedom. Because I feel like a lot of women really shy away from men, and they don't want to be their this way. So this talks about how to discuss money with your partner, determine realistic goals, negotiate for salaries and benefits you deserve, splurge occasionally, understand financial risk, gain control of your financial destiny, and finally achieve financial security. So I think men and women can read this one, specifically tailored to women. And we also have George S. Claston's The Richest Man in the Bible. That is a little book, but it's a classic. We usually recommend this for young adults from 16 can start reading. It's a really good favor on finance, and it really helps us. So we recommend this for 16 up. Want to start learning about wealth and finance in a way that's not so intimidating. not like invest here, invest there, but it's people that teach you about finance. So we recommend these two books to be read alongside Eckhart's Secret Supplement. So if anyone is interested, have books here.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you to the Laterna team. We have people who are working behind the scene, the IT, and also the people of the shop floor, retail. They are all available to answer your questions. And if you are online and you like to ask some more questions, you could post them, or you like to meet Mr. Muktar Mohammed. Post your phone number and Laterna team would connect you with him. I want to say thank you to you again, Tom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're going places, both of you. Please remember us when you get there. Because when people come with careers, sometimes they change. So remember us. Remember today. Okay, so on behalf of the CEO of Laterna, Pastor Emi Morgan, I would say thank you, everyone. And please save the date. Next month, we'll be talking about Abike. And this is by Omotayo Bakorede and Temitayo Olofin. That's her mother, A Harvest of Grace. She'll also be reviewing the unlikely oil merchants, the owner of any petrol stations. And one thing she said to me, Tayo, that's her husband. She said, Auntie, and the whole book is letter on. She said, Auntie, I didn't go to school. I said, what? You go to school? Because we don't know. And she wrote 3 books in 5 years. And how did Enyo? You want to know the story of Enyo? Please come next month. Enyo it's a new petrol station. It's not like Mobile or Total. It's new. What is the secret behind Enyo? How did they start? What happened? What revelation? That's why you have this book. Unlikely oil merchants. I'm sure we have the books, or there will be supply books, so you can get the copy for the book with you. And it's on, I think, July 18th. Thursday, July
18, yeah.
Thursday, July 18th. Please don't miss that session. It's going to be both physical and also virtual. But today, you can stay back and connect with Muktar Mohammed. Thank you. Thank you so much. We would like you today, and we would like you to be part of our physical book reviewer, and member. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. For this one, and out of 30 days, once a month, it's not too much to give it to learn from experienced people who read books. Thank you. God bless you. See you next month.
Thank you.